Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to go over all of the patch notes that pertain to Hockey Ultimate Team, the gameplay, everything inside the mode, as we get our first major patch for NHL 23. Now, a lot of this patch is going to be centered around the presentation stuff that was promised and marketed at the beginning of the game. When only 6 teams really received those presentation additions, it does appear that they're going to add in the other 26 teams, which is obviously good, considering that was what was marketed. We're also going to get all 32 reverse retro jerseys, which is awesome, so we'll also get that. But this video, we're going to go over the gameplay and the Hockey Ultimate Team stuff. That's really what you followed me for. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I'll read over the high level stuff, and then again, we'll skip to the Hockey Ultimate Team, including the gameplay as well. So since the launch of NHL 23 last month, we have been listening to feedback from the community about some of the new presentation features in the game, and specifically about the frequency on ice projections are seen, as well as the number of teams that are equipped with them. With this new patch releasing on October 8th, we're taking immediate steps to address concerns around presentation features like on-ice projections and national anthems to ensure they are more frequently showcased in the pregame sequence. Coming later in November, logo-based on-ice projections will be included for the remaining 26 teams. So like I said, at launch of this, it looked like all the teams were going to get these custom intros and everything like that, and 6 of them did. So let's skip down to the gameplay, because that's really the meat and potatoes of this patch, in my opinion. So, the gameplay, the AI, improved defenseman gap control to defend against the rush to the middle of the ice. If you've been watching me play on Twitch, or if you've noticed this yourself, specifically off the draw in the neutral zone, so to start the game, you can basically win the draw back cleanly to your defenseman, send it to your other D-man, and your centerman is wide open, and the defenseman that you're facing will part the seas. They will just completely open up, and your centerman can just beeline right through. So unless you are aware of this and you manually switch to your defense and you kind of move into the middle, it's been a real big issue, and I'm happy that they're addressing that, because that was, again, one of the more frustrating things, especially when you started playing better players that took advantage of that. Another major issue was goaltenders in general. They fixed an issue where user goalies were performing on arcade and semi-pro difficulties. That I'm really not going to pertain a lot to us, but general goalie bug fixing around jittering and animation selection. So if you've noticed, like in tight, what I've seen is, because they have added in the EASHL animations, so the human goalie animations have been added in to the game into HUT to kind of make all the gameplay uniform, which I think is good. But what it's done is all the one-timers can't go in because you're getting human animation saves. But another big issue is, like, it seems like the game or the AI goaltenders can't really tell if they should go down and butterfly or hold on to the puck. So what happens is, when you get in tight to the net, it's just this jumbled mess, and a lot of the times the goaltender won't even go into the butterfly, and in extreme cases, the goalie will start bugging out and freezing and making this like jittering animation. So again, this is kind of generalized, but I'm hoping to see a little bit more stability from goaltenders, especially in tight. The big one, fixed an issue with the selected gameplay strategies in game not matching what's in the strategies menu. So we've made videos about this. You've seen it all along, where if you set it to, let's say, the 1-4, it's actually, you know, the 1-2-2 red, which is a major issue, especially for players that aren't in the know. You're not watching YouTube videos or streams. You're just sitting down and you want to play a certain style. You think that that's what you've had selected, and it's completely not. So this was a major issue of mine, and I'm glad that they are now finally addressing it. So that's a big fix. It should have been in launch of the game. Hockey Ultimate Team. So they fixed an issue with Team of the Week items not displaying correctly. If you've noticed so far, the Team of the Week has just looked like HUT 23 card items. They should have their own card art, a lot like Prime Times and things like that. So I don't know what happened at launch of the game there where they weren't getting them, but now Team of the Week items will show correctly and actually have the Team of the Week card art. They fixed an issue where the player item was not being displayed after a goal being scored. I've noticed this a lot when someone scores on you, or I haven't really noticed it when you score, but when an opponent scores, it's just a blank card. It's like completely clear. You can see the border, but you don't see the actual card. I don't know why that was an issue, but I'm glad that's being fixed, because now you can actually see who you're being scored against with. I always think that's one of the better features they added into the game. I think they added that in NHL 21. I remember before it didn't see, so you didn't know if it was, you know, a base card or a master set version of the player. So glad to see that that's being fixed. Fixed an issue with HUT Rivals rank icons. I'm curious if this is at the launch of when you play the game. So when you load in, I think it's showing Division 4 beside your record. For the 5 seconds it shows your record. I think that's being adjusted. I believe Rivals ranks have been fixed after that first week, which was a disaster. So you're actually in the correct division and getting the rewards. It's displaying the rewards correctly. Fixed an issue with readability of Rivals on ice textures. That I'm not sure. And then various UI fixes. That just covers a vast majority of things. So some of the things not talked about, I think, are kind of frustrating and got to bring up. The black screen that you're receiving, a lot of the time it's in squad battles. So if you load into a game and you just get this black screen, you can see all the icons on, but that's it. There's a fix for it. You have to take a penalty. So spam X or A if you haven't, if you don't know this yet. Spam X or A, you will take a penalty, watch the entire cutscene of the penalty, and then the lights will kick back on. It will save you from quitting out of squad battles or not being able to play a squad battle game, because especially if you're going for top 100, you lose a game and there's no option for that. So that is how you fix that, especially important, again, in Rivals or Champs. If that ever happens in playing another person, just take a penalty. It sucks. It should be addressed. I don't see it fixed here. I hope it is, but I'm not seeing any, fixes for that. It might be included in various UI fixes. I have no idea. There's a lot of other bugs, however, guys, that are in this game, and I really hope that we see some more fixes. I don't know how many patches we should anticipate, but I mentioned this before. The game just seemed to have been launched prematurely, but they had to meet a certain date, and that's what ends up happening. So I'm glad these errors are getting fixed now, but they shouldn't have been in the game to begin with. In terms of uniforms, we're getting all of the reverse retros, which is awesome. I think that there's some really unique ones that are fantastic. I think, honestly, the Washington Capitol Eagle is one of the best jerseys in all of pro sports, so I'm glad that we'll get that one as well. The Sharks one I'm not huge on, but let me know in the comment section what your favorite reverse retro is down below. I don't know if there's any word on the new jerseys, though. So the San Jose Sharks home and aways, they're not in the game yet. I'm hoping that they're included, but I doubt it. And then you've got the Buffalo Goat Head, and I don't know if they're waiting until all of the jerseys are in the game or released yet, because that doesn't happen until, I think, December 2nd against the Sharks. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, but hoping to get those added in, because I don't want to wear the old Sharks jerseys. I can't stand them. Again, if you want to read all of the patch notes, it is in the link down below. You can go through and see all the presentation notes. There's a lot of presentation errors that were happening, so I'm glad that this is, this is getting fixed. Also, a lengthy list to World of Chell as well. So if you're an EA SHL player, this is where you want to go and take a look at that. Again, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below. This patch does go live November 8th, so we'll be able to test that when it comes out. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.